Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. Earlier this month, approximately the middle or so, the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5's finally released. The next generation of console was here. The Xbox, I think, released November 10th-ish. And the PlayStation 5 had a staggered launch, releasing in some countries on the same day, but others, including here in Old Blighty, we had to wait another week until we got ours. However, when the pre-order dates were announced for these consoles, I knew that there was going to be limited supply. What with everything going on this year with the coof and whatnot, and the fact that even when things are normal, consoles just don't seem to be enough at launch regardless. So I made sure that I was bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, ready at the PC for when the time ticked to get a pre-order in. Even though I wasn't that interested in the PS5, I ended up deciding to pre-order one just in case. Because that way, if I changed my mind, I could always cancel, somebody would get it. Or, as it turned out, I decided, chances are I ain't going to be able to pick one of these up for a long time, so I'll keep the pre-order. Demon's Souls looks great anyway, let's get Demon's Souls to go with it. However, there seems to have been some problems with the delivery. Now, I'm fortunate, I'm a lucky person. I live in a village, middle of nowhere, with great fiber optic anyway, that's not important right now. And so I kind of have a bit of a relationship with my delivery drivers, in as much as I know them, we say hello, we have conversations, chit chat and all that sort of stuff. And so I'm relatively lucky in that regard. And so when the release date came for the Xbox, my Xbox arrived and it's over here. And then when the release day came for the PlayStation 5, boom. It also is over there now. So I'm very fortunate to have both consoles. However, stories did start to emerge that people were not receiving their Amazon deliveries. Now, some of those people were getting emails or messages from Amazon saying, we're sorry, we know that you had a pre-order, but we've been unable to fulfill your pre-order. And that must have been very frustrating for those people to have to wait till literally the 11th hour to discover that they weren't getting one. But what is probably, well, definitely a lot worse is that some people's were showing as delivered. However, they weren't receiving their consoles. Some people just didn't get anything, but it showed that their console had been delivered. Other people were getting deliveries, but nothing to do with what they ordered. People were getting trays, flower pots, stuff like this, toiletries, but it was not the item that they ordered. So where did it go wrong in that regard? Was the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox being switched out prior to it being boxed up and something put in its place and that's squirreled away? Or in the cases of being delivered but not being delivered, were the drivers doing one with their consoles? Well, the BBC's Watchdog show, which has been a show around for decades now, which looks into consumer issues, is deciding to launch an investigation into what went on. Now, there is a little bit of a... This used to be presented by Anne Robinson back in day. And then it went to this chap here, Matt Allwright, I think he's called. And he used to drive around on the back of a motorcycle with his friend. And they used to go, you know, and knock on doors and expose people. However, the guy that was driving his motorcycle actually turned out to be a massive benefit fraud scammer. So for years, this guy had been driving him around while they were playing the moral superiority, but his driver was actually a massive con man. Anyway, I'm not saying that's got anything to do with Mark, but I thought it was a funny little story. So with all of that said, let's get into this article. This is coming from VGC. Missing PlayStation 5 Amazon UK deliveries to be investigated by the BBC's watchdog. Consumer issues show calls for evidence into orders replaced with cat food and grills. Now, I will say, I have just big upped my delivery drivers. I will say, though, that last Monday, a week ago today, I was meant to have received a delivery for a 10-kilogram bag of kitty litter for Belle. It was marked as delivered. It's never arrived. Also, I know my cat litter is not as important. Well, it is for Belle, but it's not as important as somebody's 500-odd pound PlayStation 5. But things happen. That's all I'm saying. Even with relationships, things happen. The BBC's consumer issue show Watchdog is set to investigate the recent reports from Amazon UK customers that their PlayStation 5 pre-orders went missing during delivery. Following this month's launch, dozens of UK-based Amazon customers claimed that their PlayStation 5 consoles did not arrive as scheduled, despite being marked as delivered by couriers. Some customers even reported receiving erroneous items in place of their PlayStation 5 consoles, such as kitchen appliances and cat food, or only empty boxes. Maybe that's where my kitty litter went. That's somebody's PlayStation 5. In its latest segment on Wednesday's The One Show, which the BBC claims is watched by up to 5 million viewers each week, presenter Matt Allwright highlighted how UK retailers struggled to match demand during the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 launches this month. This is not new, of course. This is a common thing which happens during console launches. Hell, I remember the console launch of the PlayStation 2. My goodness me, they were rocking horse doo-doo for the longest period of time. So if you hadn't have got that pre-order on for that PlayStation 2, you were waiting and you were waiting months and months and months until you were going to get one. The majority of the segment was dedicated to reports of Xbox pre-orders failing to be fulfilled by retailer Currys PC World. However, Allwright acknowledged the recent reports of Amazon UK customers receiving erroneous orders instead of PlayStation 5 consoles. The presenter encouraged viewers to get in touch if they had information on the missing orders, and after the show aired, claimed that he had received an amazing response. That is a quote. Now, later on in this article, they give their opinion on this, that, and the other. But later on in this article, we got this tweet from a guy called George. And George has put this tweet to Amazon. Hi, Amazon, at Amazon Help. Can you explain why your courier has stolen my PlayStation 5? Parked outside my house for 10 minutes, going through his van, before marking my order as delivered, refused to check his van when confronted. Hashtag PS5, hashtag stolen PS5, hashtag PS5 pre-order UK.
Yeah, but do you have my parcel? Can you check that you've got my parcel? And then I'll move.
Now, I'm just going to play. That's as much as I'm going to play. If you want to go check it out for yourself, do go check it out for yourself. But I just wanted you to hear the voice of the guy confronting the driver. Very calm, very placid, very personable, and that's how his tone remains throughout the whole course. And the driver refuses to get out of his cab, refuses to go check the back, cannot explain why it's been marked as delivered when it hasn't been delivered. I even believe, but you might just want to double check this, I even believe that he says to the guy, oh, I'm not the driver for your area, yours is going to come later or something. So it does seem to be a wee bit of a mess there. Now, the guy in question was given a £50 gift voucher. by Amazon. An absolute insult given the amount of time I've spent chasing up, anxiety I have received from the intimidation from the driver, and the amount of time I am going to have to spend sourcing a new console. Priority on new stock is a must. In a statement, though, issued last week, a spokesperson for Amazon UK said the firm was investigating what had happened to the orders. We're all about making our customers happy, and that hasn't happened for a small proportion of these orders, it said. We're really sorry about that and are investigating exactly what happened. We're reaching out to customers who've had a problem and made us aware so we can put it right. Sony is committed to making more PlayStation 5 console stock available for sale before the end of the year. However, there's been no acknowledgement of the issue of the PlayStation 5 console scalpers, with one group claiming this month that they'd resold 3,500 consoles for profit. And that is where a lot of these went, to scalpers. And if you went to eBay or other auction sites, then you'd see that PlayStations were up for a hell of amount of money. I will say this, I know somebody, it's not me by the way, I know somebody that ordered 3 PlayStation consoles because they wanted to hedge their bets on just being able to secure a pre-order, decided once they heard that stocks were incredibly low to keep all of the pre-orders and then resold 2 when they came out for a quick profit of, I think, £300 in total, and kept one for themselves. So, and if that's just a singular person, goodness knows what a group of scalpers could do to grab a bunch of PlayStation 5 consoles. Needless to say, it's been a bit of a farce for a lot of people. Yes, it's been a very difficult year with what's gone on, and maybe we need to give a little bit of leeway for that. However, there definitely also seems to be some issue in regards to the shipment and delivery of these consoles as well. So it'll be interesting to see what is actually dug up. Have you had a problem with your PlayStation 5 console? Let me know in the comment section down below. Hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and YouTube for live streaming links. They're in the description box down below, and I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.